Today I want to share some ideas for geography. Okay, I want to share this map. The reason I'm showing you this, I actually just got this off Amazon, but a friend of mine years ago when my boys were little recommended going to Joann's and getting the material that you could buy and have cut. It was usually they had one of the United States and they had one of the world, and you could put it usually fit on our table just right where we could put a clear, we actually bought the material to make a clear tablecloth over that, and we really enjoyed it. We left it on the table for a while, and you could, use it in so many ways while they were eating or at the table doing anything. It was always there to look at. You could use missionary cards and, find out where they're from, learn different areas, and the boys would sometimes make games out of it, like, can you find such and such? So it's really a good way when you have several children around the table. Another thing that we did is, of course, a globe, but I'm going to actually put another globe on here that is from Amazon that is probably more similar to the one that I got my oldest when he was like in 3rd grade or 4th maybe. But it, told you where all the cities were. You would use like a little pin and mark it, point to it, and then it would tell you the name of it. But of course a globe is great for younger kids. It is better if it's clear and they can see the names and the separation. So I actually just bought this one. I think it was probably supposed to do something, but for some reason we didn't have a globe, so I purchased this, I think at the beginning of the school year at a like a Goodwill. So, okay, of course puzzles. Younger kids. My son, my youngest, was in 3rd grade last year, probably started working on these. I would definitely say 2nd grade. The pieces are a little bit smaller. When they were real little, I would do the floor maps. I think Melissa and Doug sell that brand. But these are more like, they come in all different sizes, all the way to tiny little pieces. And yeah, I know they have even smaller pieces than that. So, let's see. But they also have big pieces. This is a great way to learn all the different areas. And these are geo puzzles. I think they have flashcards too, if that works well for you. My boys did better with puzzles and then seeing the whole as a continent or a country, the United States, Europe, and South America. This is another puzzle. This is actually a 4D puzzle that I purchased for my oldest when he was in high school and doing U.S. history, and it's really pretty neat. It is difficult. It does say ages 14 plus, but you build it up through the history. This is the back of the box. I just wanted to give you an idea. So it builds. You start with this, and then on top of that, you build. It has monuments. So it's more like a 4D. And now I ordered this off of, might have been Rainbow Resources. But that was good. He, really, I'm going to be honest, he worked on this puzzle while we did read alouds. So, okay, talking about read alouds. Reading these books and using a map makes it more real. This was from India and all the different places, going to Nepal and Tibet. He really actually traveled all the way over to Japan and the United States. So this one we're getting ready to read, but we have used with the curriculum we're using. So I have read this book before, and that's more of the northern area. And it will go all the way over to here and talks about Newfoundland. So, and David Livingstone with Africa and all the places he explored. And it's fun to read these books and look up where it's at while you are talking about it. Makes it a little bit more real with your learning about geography. This was John Flynn, and we read him last year, and we really enjoyed this and learning. He was all over Australia and in the outbacks and west and east, north and south, so it was really interesting to read and study about Australia that way. So that's another way that you can talk about geography. Having books like this around are wonderful too. Really just having geography material. This is more geography throughout history. And I have one son that his favorite thing was not to read, but he would sit and he would look at this and one section, and he would study it for a while. So, and this is actually from Kingfisher, but I know there's other places, and I know I've seen this one at the library, and I know from the little tag that I probably purchased it used somewhere. So, but having an atlas like this is really good, especially if you do have a child that does not like to read but would like to look at a picture book. They will more than likely read the sidelines because they want to know what's going on. So, okay, just a few more things I wanted to mention to you, and these are just ideas that we have used in the past, and this was this is put out by Memoria Press and Geography. Now, I first came about this when my oldest was in 6th grade, and he enjoyed geography a lot. He was the one that wanted the maps. He's the one that did the puzzle over here. But when he was in 6th grade and we really started talking about world history, he was like, I really would like to know where all these countries started. So I found this and geography. It was sort of a fill-in thing, but you actually read about each country first. And so like Israel, it will give you the headlines, how it came about, where it is today, and then some fast facts. And Saudi Arabia, and then it has the map and their surrounding area. Then you would find it in here, and you would just fill it in. Let's see if I could even happen to find that exact one. Nope. Well, there's a review. So at the end of doing all of the Middle East, you would do a review page. And then fill it all in and write. Let's see. Yeah. So this is put out by Memoria Press, and we also have, I think they have a couple other ones. This is more of the African, Asian, Oceania, and the Americas. So the last thing I wanted to show you was what Heart of Dakota uses for more the middle school time. They will use this World History Atlas, and there's also a U.S. History Atlas, which I have those packed away. This was, I think this would be for Resurrection, Reformation, and they have these specially made Map Trek CDs that go along, and you just learn about, like here would be the exploration and colonization, the 1700s, and Latin America independence, 19th century. Here's a World War map. So, and these will be things you print off. You print off a teacher's and a student, so one is blank. So you might have something that has to do with World War I, and then you would label it. So that is one. This is, for, of course, for middle school when they get a little bit older, and I absolutely love this part of the history, is this geography. I love how they put that together with Heart of Dakota in those middle school guides. I don't think Creation of Christ uses something else, but I also wanted to mention, I'm going to throw in some history there, some books they use. It's interesting how they give a variety of different books. For Creation of Christ, use Story of the Ancient World, by Christine Miller. And I know there's one of the U.S. There's one, a couple other history books she puts out, but they use this one for her. Famous Men of Middle Ages. They use Draw right now through several of the guides. And get to use Mystery of History too, which is good. And also in the last middle school guide, they use 2 of these, The Story of the World and also All-American History. So it gives you a variety to check out some different curriculums throughout those years. And they're all very good, and she intertwines them greatly. So, and if you want some history DVDs to watch, these are also on the Heart of Dakota's history list. They use these in middle school and high school, and they're from History to You. You can order them from Heart of Dakota, or you can go directly to them. And they have some extra ones, like they have one just on World War One. They have a DVD on World War II and Vietnam. And I want to say a couple other ones that we have. But this is the American history. And they're really good. We enjoy them. And I recommend those, even if you don't use Heart of Dakota and you just want a supplement for U.S. history. These are great. So I wanted to share some of that history, geography with you, and I appreciate you all watching, and I hope you all have a great week. Thank you.